Oh, so this is Eomer from Lord of the Rings. Yes. You know that back in 2002, he was released without 5 foot. His horse. Really? Yes. But the figure was not so proportionate. It had a big head, it had long arms, it had thinner torso, and thin short legs. Oh, that's very, very sad. Not to worry though, I made a custom made of a Theodred figure with extended legs, a sculpted armor, and the head of a Coronation Eomer. Now with this new custom, he looks taller, the body is wider, he has more articulation, almost like a Marvel Legends figure, except for the ab articulation, that is. But as you can see, he does look far better than the original. He may not be screen accurate. Oh, you mean like our accents? Oh yes, you sound like Mrs. Doubtfire. Here is another custom. He's Scourge from Ragnarok, also played by the same actor, Carl Urban. I love the proportions of... Okay, now they're exactly the same height now since they both had the same head size. It's a little over 6 inches tall. Now let's compare it again to the original figure, which had a really big head. It's meant for a 7-inch figure. As you can see, both of them have really good sculpts. But the hair on the new figure, as you can see, isn't as big as the original. It had to be really tight, sculpted tight to the head, so you could like fit the helmet. Even the hair at the back isn't as big as the original. Now the reason why I chose Theodred as a base figure is that the articulation is same as the Marvel Legends of the time. He's got the ankle swivel, got toe joints, he's got the thigh swivel, he's even got double jointed knees and covered up with stretchy fabric. And as for the double jointed elbows, well, I had to cut the sleeves just to make it possible for the figure to do a 90-degree pose, because the chainmail was restricting the elbow to make him bend his arms. And of course you got the standard ball jointed shoulders and a bicep swivel, and the head of course is also ball jointed. Too bad about the hair though, kind of restricts the movement. He's got the waist swivel, waist joint. And as for the hand, I had to use the extra Scourge hands from the Marvel Legends Thor Ragnarok movie. Now we go to the spear. It is stretchable, would you believe? Yeah, it's made of a Japanese barbecue stick or kebab stick or whatever. The head of the spear is sculpted from a Procreate putty, as well as the straps on the stick. As for the counterweight at the end of the spear, is inspired by the spears in 300, the 300 movie. For the helmet, I use the Theodred helmet because it's really in scale for a 1/12 figure, compared to the original helmet, which is really made for a 7-inch figure. Now, if I was going to use it on this new custom, you can see it's really big. It does fit, but it is big. So I used a Theodred helmet, repainted it, and sculpted the hair on the top of the helmet. If you look at our old video, so about 2 weeks ago, you'd see the WIP, the work in progress, where I used wires as the armature, about 2 wires as a base for the hair. So it'll be possible for you to pose it if you'd apply the new sculpt. Now it's not as thick as the original. If I had made it as thick, I won't be able to pose it like this. And this.
As for the hilt, it resculpted the hilt based on the designs by Weta Workshop. The straps have been replaced with real leather to make it fit better to the body. I could just move it at the back anytime while he's riding a horse. Right there doesn't look as awkward as the original. As for Firefoot, in the movie he was patchy grayish, but it was the color of the gray is a little lighter compared to this one. Had to make him a little darker. It just looks better that way for me. Everything's working just fine. The original horse was from the Legolas Horse Set, which was released in, I think, the first wave of Return of the King's figure, not in the Two Towers. It's got the armor on the head, same features, I didn't do anything. I just repainted this figure by using acrylic and the usual soft pastel. Always use soft pastel for shading. It's just easier. Now, it's time for Eomer to ride his horse, which has to be pre-posed, so it'll be easier for you to make him ride his steed. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that the leather straps on the stirrups have also been replaced with real leather straps. It's just easier to make him sit that way. I needed to replace the hands with Scourge hands from the Marvel Legends. Is that he needs his left hand to grip anything. The original hand of Theodred was an open hand. It had an open palm to it, not a grip. So there, he can grip the spear in his right hand and grab the reins on his left hand. Now he's almost ready. If only I could find his helmet. Where did I put it? Oh, right here we go. Riders of Rohan, oaths you have taken. Now fulfill them all to Lord and Lion. Now this figure is compatible with any Marvel Legends hand and head. As you can see, he's got, wait, that is not Eomer.
Week, so make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notifications bell as well. If you have any questions or requests, just comment down below. This is My Zero Macadamia, and always remember, possibilities are endless.